Sweeney. A lot of you have probably met him already because he's been a regular in our coffees for a while now. Joe has a lot of energy, so I'm anxious to hear what he's got to say today.
Okay, well, thank you. Like I said, and I like to walk around a lot, but I've been told I can't walk around because the camera doesn't follow right. So I'll stay right here in the center.
You have 5 feet this side, 5 feet that side, right?
Okay.
Anywhere you want to walk, go for it.
Sounds good. So, as he said, I'm Joe Sweeney, and I have a company called Wellness Inc., and it's a marketing arm for a company called Melaleuca, which I'll tell you a little bit about later on. What I'm passionate about the environment. I'm passionate about people's health, and so I look for products that will impact both those people. About 8 years ago, I was cleaning our bathroom, and I had some toilet bowl cleaner in there, and I had a bottle of ammonia that was on top of the counter. Well, I knocked the bottle of ammonia over by accident, and it fell into the toilet, and next thing you know, I was out on the front porch gasping, thinking, seriously, contemplating going to the emergency room because of the caustic gases that came out of this cleaning product, came out of that. So that got me to thinking, I wonder if all cleaning products are that way. So, and what you don't know will hurt you and your family. So, and if anybody's using any of the following products, Lysol, Johnson's baby shampoo, Oust air freshener, Tide detergent, Clorox, 409, Lime Away, Cascade, Windex. If so, what you don't know is hurting you and your family, and it's also hurting the environment. And so after many hours of investigation, I found out what was some stuff that was absolutely shocking to me. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is, the Fair Package and Labeling Act, how we get sick, cancer rates in America, the Precautionary Principle, and then how common household products are impacting you, your family's health and wellness. So some of the products that I mentioned, you probably either have seen or are using or currently using in your household. And those products contribute to the indoor air quality of your home being 2.5 to 5 times worse than it is outside. The Packaging and Labeling Act of 1966 ensures that no requirements for products to be safe. So manufacturers like Procter & Gamble's, Lever Brothers, and Johnson & Johnson's have absolutely no requirements whatsoever that products be safe. No requirement to list every ingredient, so they can leave ingredients off the labels, and many times they do. There's a product out there called Simply Green, which is a product put out by Procter & Gamble, and the first 10 ingredients on that particular product are listed on the FDA's list of caustic chemicals, but yet they market it as a green product. And there's no FDA authority to recall unsafe product. So all that regulation did was limit liability simply by having a warning label put on the back of that product. So they get by the Fair Trade and Packaging or Labeling Act of 1966 by putting warnings. That's why when you pull a bottle of Lysol or 409, you'll see tons and tons and tons and tons of warnings on there. So how do we get sick? We have physical stressors, we have emotional stressors, and chemical stressors. So carcinogens, neurotoxins, and then reproductive toxins in our home. More and more experts agree we're increasing our risk of sickness and disease due to unnecessary toxins in our home. And we willingly bring those toxins in because we figure, well, they sell them at the grocery store, they must be safe, but don't just assume that that's true. The toxins we are bombarding our bodies with every day increase the risk of ADD, ADHD, allergies, asthma, psoriasis, rosacea, and cancer. And I've had people that have taken the toxic chemicals out of their home in the form of Tide, Lysol, 409, that type of stuff, and replaced them with environmentally green, safe products, and have seen a lot of those anomalies clear up dramatically. We don't make any medical claims whatsoever, but we have seen people report that. The way that bleach or chlorine bleach kind of got introduced in society was following World War I. Synthetic chemicals were first introduced to the American household as a way to sell the huge stockpiles of chlorine that had previously been used as a poison gas during the war. So after World War I, all of a sudden America had these huge stockpiles of chlorine bleach. Well, companies found that the chlorine bleach was, instead of killing people, it was also really good at disinfecting and killing germs. And so they started putting them into household products. So in 1945, just after World War II, 1 out of 500 people were diagnosed with cancer. And in 1916, 1 out of 8,000 were diagnosed with cancer. But just a short 17 years later, we had 1 out of 500 people that were diagnosed with cancer. Exposure to a wide variety of manufactured chemicals in the home accounts for at least 2/3 of all cases of cancer in the United States. Most poisonings happen slowly over a long period of time. That's why people don't notice them. By daily exposure to toxins in the air and toxic chemicals that come into contact with the skin. Household products are among the most toxic substances we encounter daily in one study conducted over a 15-year period. Women who worked at home had a 54% higher death rate from cancer than women that had jobs away from home. And the study concluded that the increased death rate in women was due to daily exposure to hazardous chemicals found in ordinary household products. We just recently had a new study came out. It was called the Lung Damage Study. And it's linked to national brand cleaning products. And this study was done over 20 years with 7,000 participants. And they found that you're cleaning as little as once per week with caustic chemicals or dangerous chemicals in your home was equivalent to smoking a pack of cigarettes a day for 20 years. That's how much lung damage. Very credible study, look it up. Women are affected more than men. Cleaning at home is just as harmful as being an occupational cleaner, it found. Liquid cleaners are just as dangerous as sprays, and weekly use of home cleaning product is damaging to lungs. So, in America, a child is poisoned from toxic cleaning chemicals about every 30 seconds. The poisonings are completely avoidable by replacing dangerous products with products that actually cost less in your home. So to go green and to get those chemicals out of your home doesn't cost any more money. I've had testimonials in my business where I've had people call me up and say, hey, you know, thank you that I had your products underneath my counter because my kid just got under the counter and drank a whole bottle of your product. And they called the Poison Control Center, told them what brand it was. The Poison Control Center told them that you know, they didn't need to worry whatsoever. So I've had several of those testimonials. Had that been liquid bleach, had that been something else, it would have been a medical emergency. You know, furniture polish such as Pledge, for instance, which a lot of people use, has silicones, butane gas, and propane gas in it. It's very, very harmful if inhaled. Narcotic, it may cause brain damage, and also depresses the central nervous system. Lysol, a company called Lysol, a product that came out called Lysol, admitted to a 30-year cover-up that they had in their products. In a recent court case, Monsanto, who owns Lysol, it's the parent corporation, admitted to 30-year cover-up by lying about the presence of dioxin and chlorophyll used in Lysol. They admitted knowing how devastating dioxin is to the environment and in human beings and in the human body, yet they still put it in and they lied about that it wasn't there. Well, not surprisingly, the article also pointed out that Monsanto, one of the nation's largest manufacturers of dioxin, manipulated studies designed to test dioxin. It's a fact. And the public needs to know that type of stuff. Lime-A-Way is probably one of the worst products out there that you can use. Look at the back of the label of Lime-A-Way. It has caution, poison, may be fatal, keep out of reach of children, corrosive, danger, and on a lot of their labels. A dishwasher detergent called Cascade has chlorine bleach, which causes respiratory irritation. By the way, people don't know that Cascade is actually banned in 16 states in the United States. It's not legal to sell Cascade in 16 states. NAP, THA, cancer, lung damage, and inflammation. Alkaline, burns skin, mouth, and eyes. Deoxyribonucleic, I can't pronounce the word, but anyway, poison, that ingredient poisons your liver. So if you're using Cascade and that steam is coming out of your dishwasher, that's filling your home full of those detergents. Laundry detergent, Tide is a real good example. It has ethanol, which is linked to cancer and damage to the lungs and central nervous system. There's also an ingredient called phosphate, which is an ingredient that's in fertilizer. So when you discharge the water from your washer, a lot of people think that that goes to the water treatment plant to be processed. It doesn't. It goes into the sewer system, which drains into our streams and lakes. Phosphate feeds the plant life, and that's why when you read in the paper about lakes being shut down because of green slime, a lot of it has to do with the fact that phosphates from dishwasher or from washing machines has been discharged into it. So also, Tide's been banned in Europe and was found as slowly biodegradable, even though more toxic can be. Multipurpose cleaner like 409s linked to cancer. Reproductive disorders, kidney and liver damage can cause chronic lung irritation. Ethylene glycol listed by the EPA as a possible human carcinogen. The other thing I found interesting too, let's see here, glass and window cleaner, Windex. And I mention these by names because people need to know, because these are the brands that people remember, or they know. Procter & Gamble does $50 million just on one product alone, and Windex is one of them. But it's ammonia, causes kidney and liver damage, attacks the central nervous system, and then also causes reproductive disorders. And these statistics that I'm spouting out are all documented by government agencies, that type of stuff. Cosmetics, eyeshadow contains carcinogens. A product that's meant to make someone more attractive or beautiful or feel better about themselves contains carcinogens, pesticides, lead, cobalt, nickel, chromium, and arsenic. Lipstick, petroleum car dyes. So heavy metals and toxic chemicals. Why would a product that's designed to increase beauty also increase your risk of sickness? Lipstick still has lead in it. Lead was banned from household paints since 1960. But yet we're still allowed to put, the cosmetic companies are still allowed to put lead in there. Mascara is a carcinogen also. Shampoo, one of the #1 seller products for Johnson & Johnson is Johnson's Baby Shampoo. And up until recently, because of public outrage and outcry, they had formaldehyde, which is a known carcinogen in their product. And the only reason they had formaldehyde in their product is because it makes the skin softer. And so that's a known cancer. So using ingredients that cause risk, leading killer of children, formaldehyde or toxic chemicals are the leading killer of children, not including accidents, is cancer. And a lot of times it has to do with the products that they're using. The Mayo Clinic found that I'm going to name some products also had formaldehyde in them. Alberto Culver shampoo, Alano hand body lotion, Amway LOC, Amway metal cleaners, Clairol shampoo, Colgate Palmolive shampoo, Dawn detergent, Dial shampoo. I'm just going to name just a few more: Revlon, Wizard's Wicks, and that type of stuff. A 2-year-old boy died Sunday in Minneapolis. This article is from about a year ago, of respiratory failure after inhaling bleach fumes from a bottle he opened at a South Dakota in Des Moines. And I have the article if anybody wants it. Talks about that. So it doesn't have to be ingested to cause harm. Just simply breathing bleach into your lungs can cause irreparable damage and also lead to death. And if you ever spill bleach on the floor and a pet walks across it with their paws, you can tell, people probably experience that, where it really burns the heck out of their paws. That's how dangerous it is. Some facts: the number of chemicals used inside the home has more than doubled since 1950. Last year, over 25,000 children were exposed to or poisoned by household cleaning products, and cancer rates are at the highest level they have been for the last 140 years. The precautionary principle is the act of taking preventative measures to reduce or avoid potential threats to our health and our environment. And because of my experience with ammonia and toilet bowl cleaner, I set out on a mission to look for companies that I could purchase environmentally green products that had no warning labels on their products whatsoever, and researched a lot of different companies out there. And what I found is that there are a lot of companies out there that claim to be green, but they really aren't. One company I looked at was called the Honest Company. You think that they would have, really great cleaning products, but they just recently have been shut down because what they claimed was in their products actually wasn't. And so I looked at that and found, okay, what's the difference? That company doesn't manufacture. So they don't control the manufacturing product process all the way from the manufacturer to the consumer. And so a lot of times when they go to a lot of these companies, when they go to a third party to manufacture their products, they're not always in complete control. And what happened to this company was that they found that the manufacturer didn't have a particular ingredient, so they decided to substitute an ingredient into their products without telling the company. And then when it got out there, all of a sudden it caused big havoc. So what I decided was when I wanted to start Wellness Inc. and become an entrepreneur, I looked at various business models and different ways that I could get the awareness to this problem out there. Then also I looked at vitamin supplements, which I've been taking for a long, long time. And I'm not going to get into vitamin supplements and how they're not regulated whatsoever. So when you go to a vitamin store, whichever one you go to, and you buy something, that ingredient may or may not be in that particular product. And also free radical damage by taking supplements is completely reduced as a result. So what I did was I looked at different companies and I looked at different business models, and I thought, there's certain ways that I can do this. I can start my own manufacturing company, but having been a former plant manager and ran a huge manufacturing plant as part of my corporate career at one time, I knew the investment that it would take in terms of infrastructure, regulation, the cost to buy machinery, that type of stuff. Then I also looked at other types of business models. So what I did is I turned to the direct sales industry. And the direct sales industry has had a lot of problems over the years, but the FTC is cleaning it up dramatically. There are certain regulations and certain guidelines that the direct sales industry has to follow in order to remain in business today. And there have been a lot of companies that have gotten themselves in trouble. Herbalife, because they weren't selling a real product to real people, ended up getting a $200 million fine levied against them. A company called Vima was shut down because they didn't have real products, real customers using their products. So I looked at and found Melaleuca, and Melaleuca is the manufacturer of their products. And what we do is we set people up to buy directly from the manufacturer products that they need and they want. So it's a company that has real products that are used by real customers, and people can only buy what they need. So what I looked at different factors. I wanted to make sure that they had a strong management team. I wanted to make sure that it was a manufacturer that actually manufactured. I want to make sure that there was no risks for the consumer, that if a person didn't like a product, that they could return that product. And so what I did is end up partnering with Melaleuca on that, on getting the word out there. And with millions of customers buying every single month, people can be just a customer if they want. And about 90% of the people that I have marketed Melaleuca to have just become customers, and that's what they are. And the nice thing I like about it too is the fact that they have a 30 or 60-day money-back guarantee on their products. Which is real nice. They also no childproof caps on any of their products because they're not required. You'll find no warning labels whatsoever. And when they have videos of children that are helping their mother load the dishwasher with environmentally safe dishwashing product, helping with their putting soap into their washer and that type of stuff. So. Basically, I decided that I was going to partner with that because it would be the quickest, fastest, easiest way, because I didn't have starting a brick and mortar business. Didn't have the capital for it. I didn't want to deal with employees. I don't deal with employees. I don't deal with delivering any product whatsoever. I don't take the orders. Melaleuca takes the orders, and I don't make any deliveries whatsoever. I don't collect any money. Just simply set up people to buy products that are safer for their home, safer for them, safer for the environment, and save money on stuff that they're already buying anyway. We like to say that you get Whole Foods quality at Target pricing, and you can do that. And you can do that with Melaleuca. So I'll take any questions.
Questions for Joe?
I had a question. So you were talking about the Target pricing. What's the average difference in price point between those products and a commercial product?
What I did was actually, I don't think I brought that study, but
Just,
maybe.
hey, real quickly, I was looking at Windex the other day,
Yeah.
and our stuff, because it's concentrated, you add water and that stuff, works out to 71 cents for a container, and you go to Windex or Target or where Hy-Vee on Tuesday, it was $3.29 for the same size container.
So are a lot of the cleaners concentrated like that?
They are concentrated, and that's the other thing I like from the environmental standpoint impact. We're not shipping water across the country, and so there were 44 million gallons of gasoline that weren't used by shipping water across the country. And it's been documented and proven that when Walmart puts pricing on pricing pressure on some of these cleaning supply companies, they just simply add more water and dilute it more in order to fill the bottle up. So I actually had a guy that took the top 20 products from Melaleuca and cross-referenced them to a similar type product, and he went to Walmart, Target, and Hy-Vee. And in every case he found, including shipping, that he could save money by buying the products from Melaleuca. So a lot of people think it's cost more to go green, and that's a lot of reasons they won't, but it really doesn't.
I was wondering why Melaleuca hasn't gone through these channels such as Target and Walmart.
Because one of the
Thank God they don't.
Yeah, 63% of the cost of a product is in distribution, advertising, and that type of stuff. And so they found that word of mouth was the best form of advertising. The company it started in 1985, and went from 1985 to 2016, did their first $1 billion. In the last 14 months, they did another $1 billion, and I just got back from convention where they announced that they're on target this year to do another $1 billion. So it'll be a $3 billion company. And so what they do is they take that 63% that Procter & Gamble and those companies pay for shelf space, distribution, warehousing, advertising, that type of stuff. And what they do is they put it into ingredients that add value to you. So you're gonna get a lot higher quality.
What would you suggest using instead of Simple Green? Because I was always like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm using Simple Green.
Simply Green, yeah?
Yeah, what do you have instead of Simple Green?
Instead of that, we've got like a Tough and Tender, which is a great product. And then we have Tub and Tile, which is another great product for. I have a lot of people that clean houses for a living, and they really appreciate the fact they're not having to wear a respirator mask or some type of a mask while they're cleaning somebody's house and breathing in those caustic chemicals. So we have an answer to every single product that's out there.
You might want to distinguish between Simply Green and Simple Green.
Okay.
It's what?
They're not the same.
Okay.
Oh.
They're not the same product.
That I didn't know. I thought they were the same, but thank you. Okay. More research is done. I thought I did quite a bit of research here, so yeah.
How do you order products from Melaleuca then?
Well, with Melaleuca, you get with someone like myself or Bob or whoever, and what we do is we show you how you can get a membership with Melaleuca, which is $1 this month. And then with that $1 membership, Melaleuca is so proud of the products, they'll give you over $100 worth of free products with that $1 membership. So basically, we set up a customer account to where we set up your shopping account directly with the company, and then the company that allows you to go on site and order it, and either on the phone or online through your shopping account, and then have it conveniently delivered to your door.
After the initial $1, what's the annual membership?
It's $19 a year after that. So, and basically it's kind of like a Costco, Sam's Club, that type of membership, except a lot more affordable. And so you pay a membership to shop at those places. Well, with Melaleuca, what that does is allows them to be exclusive. We're the largest on-site shopping club for these types of products in North America right now.
So you do everything online.
You do everything online. So, and that's one thing I love about it.
Do they have apps?
Say that?
Do they have an app?
We have an app too. Yep. So, and I order a lot of times off my app. So we also have a place called the Marketplace, which allows you to shop at 670 different retailers. I used to say that if you went to Walmart and bought if I referred somebody to Walmart to go buy a product, Walmart's not sending me a check for that anymore. Well, Melaleuca is partnered with 670 different retailers like Target, Walmart, that type of stuff. Where if you shop,
Macy's and Home Depot, it go,
A plethora.
yes, a plethora plus.
Yeah.
Best Buy, Apple.
yeah, where if you shop through your Melaleuca account, you can get an additional rebate on a product. So say for instance, a couple of months ago, we bought a TV from Best Buy. I bought it through my Melaleuca account, and then Melaleuca sent me a rebate on that. So it's up to 15% on those products. And they made it even more attractive this last. They've now doubled the rebates on a lot of things. So it's a wonderful way to shop, and with I think the growth that Melaleuca is experiencing is a direct result of Amazon and Walmart and grocery stores are all getting into the home delivery business because we're all busy, and to pack up and go to the grocery store or go to Walmart and stuff to buy cleaning products, you don't have to do that anymore. And a lot of times, if you go to those places, you're buying a lot more than what you came for. So, in fact, when I check out at some of those places, they say, "Did you find everything?" And I said, "Yeah, I found everything I needed plus what more." So it's really it's a great, and I love the fact that nobody can get hurt with this company. If there's something that you don't like, you can get it replaced right away. I love the business model because I can reach more people because it's people telling people about this wonderful way to shop. And like I said, for any reasons, if you decide you don't want to shop this way, you don't really like the products, that type of stuff, it's called get 100% of your money back. And you can't buy any more than what you need with the company. So we're not one of those companies that's going to ask you to buy some type of a package for $1,500 or $2,000 to get to a certain level, so that people can make money that way. And that's the other thing I love about it too.
Tell the customer who called you about their dog.
Which one? Which dog?
The dog. Remember, the customer got their package from Melaleuca.
Oh yeah, okay. I had a woman that ordered and had her package delivered to her home while she was at work. And she's got this big, huge dog, and so anyway, she ordered a lot of food products because she likes she works out, so she had the protein bars and the workout bars and the fat burning bars and that type of stuff in there. Anyway, the dog tore the package completely, totally destroyed it, destroyed the package, and so she called me and said, "Hey, my dog,
Ate my homework,
destroyed my package." And I said, well, just call Melaleuca and tell them what happened. She called Melaleuca and told them what happened, and they sent a replacement order, no charge, directly to her. That's what kind of company it is.
So, do they have their own cosmetics then?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Yep, we have a cosmetic line that's carcinogen free, lead free, that type of stuff. In fact, that's my wife's favorite line is the Sabella line, and also. She was using a shampoo that she was buying from her hairdresser for like $60 a bottle. She thought it was the only thing that worked for her, and finally got her to try the Sabella luxury shampoo and conditioner, and now she won't use anything else, and it's $15. So, it's always glad that she made that switch.
Well, and I'll give a shout out. I've been using the Melaleuca laundry soap.
Mm-hmm.
Huge difference, and I can feel it in my clothes and on my skin.
Mm-hmm.
So seriously, it's a great product.
Yep, we've had wonderful experiences with the Renew, which is the #1 selling skin lotion. People have had great results with that in clinical tests, proven 7 times more effective than Eucerin. So,
Art, you mentioned that phosphorus was in laundry detergents. Is it still allowed? Because it was banned in dishwashing detergents. I thought it was banned in laundry detergents.
it's not banned in laundry detergents yet. The people are working on that. So, but you can still find phosphates in laundry detergent.
You have a minimum order size?
Say that again?
Do you have a minimum order size?
Yep, we do. Yeah, with Melaleuca, what they do is they ask you to, every product has a point associated with it, and they ask you to order about 35 points, which is about $50 worth of products, which products you're going to buy anyway. And what they do is they do that so that you don't have people calling up and ordering like one bottle, one tub of, or one thing of chapstick or something like that, or it's called Lip Sense is what ours is called. So.
What's shipping look like, shipping costs?
Shipping is 3% of the total order, and plus $3.50 plus 3% of the total order. So let's just say for round numbers, if you had a $100 order, it'd be $3 plus $3.50, so about $6.50.
And I've never spent more than $15 on shipping.
Never,
And
yeah.
the loyalty dollars, you can get that covered.
My wife and I, we use all the products, and so we spend about $250 a month on products. So
So is there a minimum that you have to order every so often during that year period or not?
Every month.
every month.
You have
Yep.
to order every month?
Yep. Melaleuca requires that you order at least 35 product points, and the reason that they do that, we have millions and millions of people that order every single month, and so they ask you to spend to basically replace about $50 to $60 worth of money that you're spending on health and beauty, workout products, vitamins, supplements, cleaning products, that type of stuff. And so what that does, that allows them to be able to buy products in bulk or ingredients in bulk and bring them in for just-in-time manufacturing. So what's nice is that any product that you get from Melaleuca is no more than 1 week old. So it's not sitting in some warehouse somewhere for months and months and months, or on a shelf at a grocery store for months and months and months. You get really fresh product.
My daughter is in graduate school on sort of tutoring budget, and that's how she makes some money and that stuff. And she orders every month and has no trouble with that 35 points.
I just want to give a shout out. We've gotten products from Joel over the years, and the products are amazing, and his customer care and service is 5-star plus.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I want people to know that a lot of what I said can be checked out by some U.S. government sites. U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, www.epa.gov will validate a lot of what I said. And then also there's MSDS sheets, that material safety data sheets that'll document a lot of what I said as far as some of the claims that we made on, here's this sheet. So, yeah, the guy, the person that went to the top 20 products, he found, say for instance, at Melaleuca, he would have cost him $63.82 at Melaleuca to buy him. At Target, it was $66.65, Walmart $62.84, and at Hy-Vee $81.69. So.
Time for one more question.
Okay.
Anybody?
I was just curious, when you started Wellness Inc., did you try something first, or were you Melaleuca right off the bat?
I researched for about a year when I started it to look to see what was the quickest way that I could get knowledge out there as far as the environment and that type of stuff is concerned. And I looked at probably 15 different companies, and actually flew out to New York to meet with a guy that was marketing Melaleuca, to kind of research the company and to meet with some of the leaders of the company. And so it was about, after I decided to start Wellness Inc., it was about a year, maybe 8 months to a year after that, I decided to partner with Melaleuca.
Is that their business model, to partner with individuals who own their own business?
We're all independent marketing executives with Melaleuca. And so a lot of times, people will start their own business, and then they'll use Melaleuca as the marketing arm for them. So as an entrepreneur, I wanted, like I said, I looked at the best way that I could get it word out there at the least cost. And so with a low entry fee for it, I didn't have to invest in manufacturing, employees, government regulation, that type of stuff. This turned out to be the best business model for me.
All right,
okay.
So we want to thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you with the Focus Sweet mug as a thank you, and I'm sure there's a Melaleuca product you can put in there.
I'm sure there is, yeah.
Coffee.
And now for the drawing, I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
Better be mine, Joe, I'm just saying.
I didn't put my card in.
So if it's his, we know there's a fix. Really? Yay! Yes!
Just go onto my website and pick a product, and I'll have it shipped
I was
directly
just
to you.
saying, I needed some stuff. This is perfect.
Thank you all very much. Whoops. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Don't leave without meeting someone.